Welcome to another session of Learning with ISRAR. Today I'm going to start my presentation with a few questions related to inventory management. Are you still segmenting your inventory with the traditional ABC methods? What if your most valuable items might actually be costing you more, and while you overlooking components are critical to your entire operations? It is time to rethink everything you thought you knew about inventory management. In this presentation, a novel approach to inventory segmentation will be explored, moving beyond traditional ABC analysis, re-evaluating criticality based on value contribution and process dependence. Also optimized inventory management through nuanced understanding. Now let's see why traditional ABC analysis misses the mark in today's complex supply chains and became an outdated inventory trap. Because it is too simple for modern supply chains. Treat inventory as cost-centric instead of strategic resource, and also overlooks risk, resilience, service level, and continuity. This new approach matches with the inventory analysis in real world. A items not always critical, and C items can be bottlenecks. For example, expensive spare machines tied up capital but not critical. And same time, a 5-cent clip halts $30,000 cars assembly. So hidden costs are beyond just holding expenses. So to overcome shortcomings of traditional ABC analysis, we have introduced the concept of process criticality, how essential an item is to our operations, regardless of its costs. By visualizing the impact of a low value but high criticality item outage, like a specific bolt can stop our entire production line. Now let's talk about the strategies for identifying and mapping process dependencies within your current inventory to find out the criticality of each item. Define the critical process. Uh, Link each SKU in the inventory to the process. Assess dependency impact, criticality, substitutability, lead time, and suppliers risk. Then map interdependencies to show how one missing component affects downstream processes by using Visio, Excel, or a supply chain mapping software. Then run cross-functional workshops with the procurement, production, and maintenance to verify dependencies. Embed into the inventory segmentation, and then move beyond traditional ABC by layering process criticality into it and creating a 2 by 2 matrix. Here is an example of a flowchart which shows the process dependency. So you can see that how processes are we have how processes are dependent on each other. So this way you can also find the criticality of the items we are using in a process. In this approach, we develop a new framework, value versus process matrix, which is a 2 by 2 matrix where high value versus high process, high value versus low process, low value versus high process, and low value versus low process. So analyzing each quadrant with clear examples and optimal inventory strategy for each. And this value versus process matrix framework offers a more granular and actionable view than simple ABC categories. After explaining the value versus process matrix, now let's compare it with the traditional ABC analysis. In traditional ABC analysis, it is just like one dimensional where value versus process matrix has a multi-dimensional. Traditional treats all items in category the same, whereas in matrix nuanced strategies treat each item differently. Then in traditional we just our focus is financial, whereas in matrix we have risk and resilience focus. Traditional is static, where matrix is adaptive. Traditional ABC analysis is just a cost exercise, whereas value versus process matrix is a strategic decision tools. ABC analysis has limited visibility, whereas value versus process matrix has granular visibility, risk and resilience and continuity. Simply, ABC tells you what is expensive, whereas the matrix tells you what is critical. So now let's see how can we implement the Rethink ABC methods. So practical steps to conduct your own value versus process criticality assessment, tools and the data points needed for accurate categorization like lead time, single source or repair times, and then overcoming common challenges and internal resistance when shifting away from the traditional method. Here are the steps you can use in implementing the Rethink ABC method. So build awareness and alignment, collect and clean data from your all sources including ERP, define criticality criteria, and then build the value versus process matrix, which we already did. Then drive inventory strategies by quadrants, that matrix we have, then integrate into ERP and MRP systems. Pilot it in a small department and test and then make scaled it, and then keep continuously reviewing the method. Don't forget to have key enablers which are very important for the success of implementing the Rethink ABC method. So these are cross-functional involvement like finance, operations, procurement and maintenance. Then digital tool use dashboards, visualization and ERP integration. And finally, which is very important, is the mindset shift. Inventory is not just the cost but also risk protection. That is the philosophy of the Rethink ABC method. Finally, we can say that this new segmentation approach leads to significantly improved inventory turns and reduce obsolescence. This will build greater supply chain resilience and adaptability in an unpredictable global economy. So call to action: share your current inventory challenges and how you plan to rethink your ABC.